Yo, thanks for the bits, guys. And Firehawk, thanks for the subs. Goodness. Welcome. No punting. Yeah, don't punt Milo. He's too cute. Team 1 plushie series? Maybe. I think Mira would make maybe a cute little thing. Braggy can punt anything. Like, let's be real. Thank you for the bits. Give a plushie Milo a hug? Maybe. Mission accomplished. In the night, let me paint the view. Thank you. Hair is a mess. I can't keep it contained. I tried retying it twice before getting in VR. Oh, I suppose I should ask, was there any questions or any other like information you wanted before we pop in today?
I don't think so. I've got all the information. All the stuff that you posted is like stuff that I could potentially know from, you know, your file. And then I know the answer for the thing you asked specifically about.
Mm-hmm. Keep losing tracking. Merble. Marble.
Since with a few invites, just taking a moment or something.
Understandable. Possible it's just one of those things where they've just uploading stuff. Or downloading stuff is really slow. My hair, it comes down to the small of my back, currently, I think. Granted, that's actually with it tied up a bit, so it's probably down to my waist. Or personal Reaper of Death. Maybe. We'll see. As for the song, this song is from Persona 3. It is called Color Your Night. Ba-da-ba-da.
couldn't follow our distorted old rubric. I tried so hard to be the one who improves it, but the harder I fought,
Maybe.
worse we got. I got lost and I let my morals get diluted. A gavel strike can end a life, but still my gavel falls
So how
against
long about is this after the last session that I guess we are
Maybe a couple days. Like that. Really, it's up to you, since you're the one with all the information. Mira's just asking for a chance to get some sort of testimony or access to reports because she has to have something to show to Gregory. You know, basically that her story isn't just, basically giving her an alibi as to why she wasn't the one who did it. Yachty.
Morning, yeah. It took me fucking forever to load in. I don't know why.
Oh no. I'm wondering.
I became a foot soldier who swings for the ones that hold power. A gavel strike can
What do you say, something?
Something.
Hello.
Something.
Perfect, thank you.
like endless cannonballs. The sounds echo back and haunt my dreams. They're taunting me, telling me that I'm the one who will be sentenced to a lifetime of nightmares.
I'm gonna test if my voice mode is capable though.
Yeah.
That'll do it. Oh, this fucking screen is so bright.
Unlike me, I am not bright. Not smart. Oh, schminiature. Schmini. Where in the map do you want to have this or like host this?
So
Where
it'll
would-
probably be. We'll probably be at the school. It'll probably be like in the evening.
Okay.
That time.
I'll probably start, unless we just want to start like we've all sat down there. I'll probably start in the like warden office and make my way over, because that won't take me long.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Because Mira and Talos can just be sitting there already. Gives us a little bit
Yeah,
of time until you walk up.
I haven't been do that. Ares, for the most part this week, has been disgustingly busy. He's not really taking visitors unless it's very brief or it's an emergency. In this case, I would imagine it'd be presented as like an emergency.
Yes.
So he would.
Especially because you're
time
being
for it.
allowed onto the school grounds, which, you know,
Yeah.
technically not been allowed.
Yeah. Exactly. Okay.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll be in the first room on the left when you turn right inside the school. That's like the staff office.
It's like the staff room.
Yeah. So I will change the time from morning to evening, and that'll be your signal to start walking, Merlin. Oh, I think he's dead. Rip.
Oh, hello?
Welcome back.
Hi. My Wi-Fi is on my computer for some reason, and it's not doing my Ethernet cable. So I had to switch to 5G and not the standard.
Oh,
And that Thanos snapped me.
right.
Okay.
Well,
Could
I'm
you
gonna have the-
run?
We have the time set to morning right now. When we start, I'm gonna change it to evening so that you know when to start moving.
Okay.
We're gonna be in the staff offices, which when you enter the school and go to the right, it's the first one on the left.
Okay. Right before Voldris's office.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I will see you guys in there then.
Yeah. Head to the academy.
Trying to remember how to do this.
I believe. I'll see you there.
Do you want me to go ahead and step on in?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Uh,
Oh, I always forget. Doors don't close.
they do not. I'm gonna change the time of day, and then we will start.
1 second here.
On as well. There we go. Hello, man. 3, 2, 1. Mr. Aries should be arriving soon. I told him this is somewhat of an emergency considering there is a misconception by the Carbillos that you may have been involved in the murder, as it were.
Why Aries though?
The warden that you identified is connected to him. I feel it is better if you are able to ask him the questions yourself on that particular matter.
Very well.
As for your requests that you made, let's see if that you could find the proto-arm that was used on the night of the murder. Feel free to come in. As for that proto-arms, it is still intact and still in examination. On the shelf after it's been examined thoroughly from years ago. But still fully assembled.
It wasn't destroyed? Why keep it around?
We often keep proto-arms for study. In the case we can learn a bit more about how certain proto-arms are created, considering they are done so illegally, often find some unique attributes. They're made by amateurs who do not understand the full capability of casting cores. Learning how they are constructed, what materials. If assembled improperly, obviously they break very quickly. I have made a request for it to be return to Reinhold for investigative purpose. We will see what we can find, though I doubt there will be much, considering it has been quite such time. But you know that Proto is better than anyone, I would assume. You can tell me if there's something off about it.
Maybe. It's been a few years. That one in particular.
Yes. So, requested Ares, Mira had some questions about a warden with a white cloak. One that I know you are more familiar with than I actually am.
I need proof that I was in one place and not another. A specific night, roughly 6 years ago now. This individual was there the night of my arrest. They assisted with it.
You have a name, a bit more of a description.
No name. They barely spoke. A man wearing silver armor is the green accents, carrying a white glowing scythe. I've seen him a few nights these past few months. During the Breakers' attacks, he would appear.
Right.
I recognize him. Did not speak to him. But I figured if anyone would know, wardens coming to and from the city, Talos here would be, and he said, you know this one.
Yeah. I can speak to him. See if I can get him to come talk to you. He's one of mine.
I suppose that'll have to do. Maybe. But I need his testimony, or any reports written by him, or any of his superiors. I guess you in this case.
I will have to get my versions of the reports, but I can do that for you.
I was able to look into the military side of things for those documents, at the very least. And one, obviously I had quite a bit this knowledge already before you came here. But it as well is a little odd to say the least. Do you know which city you came from? At least where your parentage came from?
No, never really cared. Grew up in Reinhold. Never important. Why?
It simply denotes that you are an orphan. Perhaps this was due to a caravan not being properly protected. Such obviously you're a different city, one that's I'm not sure of. You have a long history. Well, by long I mean long gaps in between existing.
Kept my nose clean.
Keeping your nose clean is one thing. Disappearing completely is another. From one point, you appear to be gone for perhaps quite a few years. Then you show up again at 14 because you have to pay taxes.
And I got the job, of course.
Yes, of course, at the family tailor shop.
Yes. I was
You've been
assistant
with
to the
them-
secretary there.
You've been with them basically your whole life. What I can see.
A good portion of it, yes.
Well, obviously, this means a great deal more to you than I realize, considering this man basically helped raise you.
I suppose you could say that. He never adopted me. Not much, I'll say.
Of course not. There's no actual adoption papers, or at least none that are here. But this is only military records. Just those to keep track of how you might have ended up into criminal efforts of having a prologue at some point. I also see some mention of another person. Another girl.
Yeah. That was Sade, a childhood friend. We worked together. There at the shop. We were close friends growing up.
Very close friends indeed, would not leave her behind.
No. She was injured.
I see. In any case, see in a lot of this as well, one of the trials, place where it tried to connect you to several other murders that seem to have been done with the proto-arms, or at least are alleged to the nature of assassination.
And I think I'll find in those trials I was never convicted of them.
No, you were not convicted. You were only a child. A lot of these would have happened. I would have been 12 around that time.
Most people don't expect a 12-year-old to be a killer, so what say you?
I don't know what to expect from you. I am asking. A lot of this is you want some help figure out who could have done this murder that you are being accused of. A good portion of it alleges that you would have had to be in two places at once. Essentially.
Based on my testimony, yes. But according to the military's report, that was not the case.
Right.
I would have had plenty of time to be there at the Carbilos estate, and then... well, had plenty of time to make it across town to shoot my friend. And get caught.
Quite odd timeline like that.
Hmm.
But that's why it denotes the many assassinations that are suspected of that proto-arms around the age of you being 12. How long did you have that proto-arms, and did it ever leave you when you got it?
A couple of years. That's all. Enough time to attune to it.
You always have it on you, or at least somewhere that you can find it easily. You only given it when you were assassinating someone.
I always had it with me.
Alleged. Assassinated.
It was mine. No one gave it to me.
Very well. As you say it is. And in this case, whoever did the deeds likely had a similar, possibly quite the same proto-arms. There will be many murders that are expected to be attached to that one proto-arms specifically. Perhaps whoever the actual killer is has a copy of it somewhere.
Possibly.
Now,
But what are the chances of this?
well, forgive me if I'm underestimating you, but I don't think a 12-year-old knows how to create a proto-arms all on their own.
No, a 12-year-old doesn't.
Precisely. So, whoever may have assisted you in creating it, since it was yours and no one gave it to you, perhaps it would behoove you to seek out said person. Ask if they ever helped others create theirs.
Maybe.
Who among those people might have had one quite similar.
But how does that help me out of this current situation? I have a man who wants me dead.
It helps you prove that there are others who are capable of doing so and had likely more of a motivation than you do. Me, what you state in these reports, you don't have a real reason to assassinate Anthony Corbillo. And getting the testimony from the warden will likely help that out. At the very least, I can also give you some copies of the military documents, though I would have to request those and you'll have to get them probably in a
I've got a
couple of
copy that I
days.
can give.
Perfect. You'll get your copies. Present them to whoever you need to make sure that you are not swept under the rug somehow where we cannot find you. In the meantime, I would suggest till that time is happened, stay within the dorms, directly to class, go back to the dorms immediately. No sightseeing, no talking with others, somewhere where easily snuck into an alleyway.
Okay.
I'll keep an eye out for you this week as well. Make sure that
I
and
will
once you have
get
those
my warden
documents and meeting with that warden,
He gave me a week.
sure you can figure out the rest. Very good.
I overheard them talking. And one of them came to warn me. One who has taken a liking to me. I worked with his wife. It's likely if I can't find some sort of evidence that are going to grab me and then pull me in for this meeting they want to have. If Gregory Carbillo is anything like his father, and anything like the man I remember him to be, he's like not to be subtle in this. He is also quite stubborn, so.
And I hope a spoken testimony from said warden as well as a written report be enough to convince him. If not, I would suggest for once you also not be settled.
How long until that week is up?
It's been about 3 days, so
During the Wordbreaker incident, I had wardens tailing civilians of interest as well as other candidates. I think if I can't do it personally, then I will have one of mine do the same for you. If you're grabbed, they'll follow.
my hope is if I go calmly and without the fuss, maybe he will be a little merciful, truth be told. But if I don't have any evidence as to my innocence, then I will probably do whatever I can to avoid him and his men.
I'll see to speaking to him as soon as I can. There's a couple things I need to talk to him about anyways, that I am not too pleased with, but this will take the cake.
Very well. Thank you for your time and for your assistance, despite my subtleties. I'll look forward to hearing from you and your warden.
If you need anything, come to my office or come to tell us.
Yes, sir.
What do you think?
Yes. They were looking for any reason they could, honestly, to pin it all on her. Because of that, they have let another protocol user escape, one who has likely gone unnoticed for several